Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to the daily discussions. Welcome back to the dojo. I'm glad you can make it. I'm glad you could join me. All right. Today I want to talk about there's no turning back. Sensei, what you mean? What you talking about? I got you. Reason why I'm saying there's no turning back because that's the only way these lives that we live in can move. They can only move forward. You can't go back. You can stay stagnant, but you can't rewind. You can't relive the past. You can take a trip down memory lane, but there is no going back. Once you make that decision, that's it. There ain't no going back. Once you pull that trigger, that's it. There ain't no going back. Once you quit that job, that's it. You may be able to go back, but more than likely, ain't no going back. Once that relationship over, you can go back, but it ain't really no going back. You can't get that old thing back, if you feel what I'm saying. Feel me? That's why I'm talking about this today, because we don't really get no do-overs, no rewinds, and no replays. This ain't. I know I made a video that's saying life is like a video game, but you only get 1/4. You don't get to put a whole bunch of quarters in the machine every time you lose. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that ain't how it works. There is no turning back. Once you make a conscious decision to advance and make that move, just remember, there ain't no turning back. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. I look at all these celebrities that fuck their life up for a little bit of spare change. Because as quick as they blow through money, they ain't got shit else. You know what I mean? They some people are so poor, all they have is money. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Right? We saying all these streamers and content creators fumble the bag. Because they forgot there is no going back. They thought that just having a whole bunch of people that can see no wrong in what you do is enough for them to, you know what I mean, stay on top and stay relevant. But once you cross a certain threshold, once you cross a certain line, there ain't no going back. You cross the point of no return. You behind enemy lines. Like, there's no turning back. And the reason why I'm really telling y'all this is I'm telling you this so you don't forget. You know what I mean? Before you decide to crash out, or before you decide to go do something wild, crazy, and stupid, remember, there ain't no going back. We only get one life and a few chances. You know what I mean? There ain't no do-overs. You know what I mean? You can't get it back. You can't get it back. Right? I saw a video earlier, a video about the dude NLE Chopper. And he was basically just confessing about the humiliation rituals. And you know what I mean? How he feel about rap nowadays. Me personally, I've been dropped that shit. I'm gonna teach y'all something if y'all didn't know. Hip hop and rap is two totally different things. Hip hop and rap is two totally different things. Hip hop, it stands for something. It stands for high infinite power, healing our people. I'm gonna say it again. I'm running by you again. High infinite power, healing our people. You can't sit up here in my face and tell me that what's on the radio is hip hop. That ain't hip hop. I get so sick of listening to the radio and they say, hip hop and R&B, and they playing Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion and shit like that. Hip hop was Lauryn Hill. Hip hop was Common Sense. Hip hop was Talib Kweli. Hip hop was even Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? Hip hop was even Lil Wayne. What we have today now is not hip hop, and guess what? There's no going back. We had our golden age of rap and hip hop. You feel me? What we have today is now just rap. It's just rap. R-A-P. Reckless and pointlessness. There ain't no going back. It's been pissed on and shit on too many times. It's too fucked up. Right? Ain't no going back. It's the same way with your life. You piss on it and shit on it too many times, there ain't no going back. You gotta clean it up before it becomes unrecognizable. You know what I'm saying? Before you reach that point of no return. Before you can't go back. Before you can no longer repent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know where the limit is. You gotta know when to call it quits. You gotta know when to let things go. Right? Because like I said before, once you get past a certain point, there is no going back. You can't go back. You can't rewind. You can't say, hold on, that was a mistake. I ain't mean to, let me try again. No. It don't work like that. You gotta be purposeful and intentional when you decide to move, when you decide to act. That's why they tell you this life is chess, not checkers. You don't gotta be blast processing and making like super fast moves, bro. Take your time, slow down. Why? I'm telling you, slow down, because it ain't no going back. You don't get another chance at this life. You don't get another shot at high school. You don't get another shot at the pros. You don't get another shot at the NBA, the NFL. You know what I mean? What that song that Eminem made in 8 Mile. Knees weak, arms is heavy, mom's spaghetti. You know what I mean? You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. He's told you that because it ain't no going back. It ain't no going back. Right? We want to be progressing. We want to be advancing. We want to be, you know what I mean, increasing. We want to be bettering ourselves. That's what we want. We don't want to stagnate. We don't want to fall behind. We don't want to become dead weight. So we got to remember there ain't no going back. It's okay to stop and smell the roses. It's okay to savor and live in the moment, because you can't live in the moment after the moment has passed. You have to seize it. Right? But once you make that decision to either go or stay, there ain't no going back. You might miss that train. You might miss that boat, that plane. You know what I mean? Whatever experience you was going to have in that plane, you ain't going to have it. Whatever experience you was going to have on that trip, you ain't going to have it. You're going to have a different experience because you took a different detour. You know what I mean? Just because you missed an opportunity don't mean you won't get a second chance to try to go again. But that particular moment in time, you can't get it back again. You know what I mean? It's some things that are once in a lifetime opportunities. And once it passes you by, there is no going back to that moment when you could choose to take it. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta seize these moments that you have. You know what I mean? Even if I'm just talking to myself. You know what I mean? You gotta seize these moments. You can't just let them slip by. You know what I mean? Because you can't call the moment back. Hey, can we set everything up this place and this time like how I was so I can make the right decision this time? No. You gotta learn how to make the right decision from making all the wrong decisions, all the mistakes that you made. You can't go back to those points in times and rectify the mistake you made. But what you can do is move forward knowing not to make the same mistake again. You can't go back. But you can look to the past and remember what you learned. everything that we go through in this life, right? I come to find out that it's for a reason. Most of the experiences that we went through, that it teaches how to avoid a similar problem in the future, and or to teach someone else how not to fall into the same trick trap that we did. I mean, a lot of time our experiences are not just for us, they're for somebody else. They're for somebody else. So we have the ability to prevent people from going back to situations that our people and our nation know is no longer good for us. You know what I mean? You got to know where you've been to know where you're going. You need to know your history to know where you should go next. You need to know where you've been before so you know to go forward. We don't need to go back there. We need to move forward. We need to find something new. We need to build something greater. We need to strive for something different. And now that we see that the collapse of America is all but imminent, the political theater, like all these people feel betrayed by Trump and MAGA and Elon Musk. Like I told y'all from the beginning, I made a video, said this election won't change a thing for you. And it's looking like I'm coming out right? Because I tried to tell y'all that all this stuff out here is just a distraction. It's just theater. It's just a show that's there to harvest your energy, harvest your attention, harvest your souls, harvest your blood, harvest your health and your wealth. You know what I mean? It's a system that constantly drains you. And sometimes it influences you to willingly give to it. Sometimes it strong arm your ass, like paying taxes. Uncle Sam always coming for his. He getting his off top. Before you even see your money, he already done took a cut. You know what I mean? That's how that go. It ain't no going back. Right? But the main reason why I'm talking about this is because the way our nation is headed, there ain't no going back. You want to talk about make America great again? I don't think it's going to get too much greater than what it is now. And it's not looking too good for nobody. Not for me, not for you, not for no people who trying to come over here from overseas or cross the border or nothing. Right? It ain't no going back. The land of the free, home of the brave, no more. There ain't no going back. This world, it ain't no going back. It keep on spinning with or without. With or without me. With or without any of us. And that's why you gotta remember, you're only here for a short time. You need to make your time count. Even if it's just making it count for things that matter to you. Doing the things that matter to you. I don't care what everybody else thinks or feels about you. What matters to you is what's going to give your life meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Forget what everybody else is telling you. Oh, you need to have this idea of success. No, I learned at a very young age that my happiness, nobody knows what my happiness is built upon. Nobody knows the formula for my happiness. What makes me happy is very simple things. Things that make me happy are things that make me forget about the things that stress me out in life. Things that make me happy are things that allow me to relieve my stress, allow me to release my stress in that medium, such as video games, such as art, drawing, poetry, singing, dancing, all these different things, right? I do all these things because I don't want to go back. I want to release these feelings and move on. I don't want to sit and dwell in my negative emotions and my negative thoughts and ideas. That's a terrible place, right? I fought with depression several times in my life, and each time I conquered it, I said, I'm never going to go back, right? But God had other plans. You can't sit up here and say, this ain't going to happen, or that ain't going to happen, or I'll never do this, or I'll never do that, because you really don't know. You really don't know. But I can tell you this, you're never going to get a chance to go back and redo anything. You get one life and a few chances. And you only get one shot to make this thing count. So, are you listening? Are you hearing me? Are these daily discussions feeling you? You know what I'm saying? Are you feeling it? And when I say feeling you, is it filling you up? Is it filling your cup? Is it doing something for you? Are you gaining something when you tune into these daily discussions? If so, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to leave a like, because I know you like the video. I want you to share it, because why not? Don't be selfish. Share it. You know there's more people who need to see and hear this. And subscribe. For the simple fact that you came back to this page too many times not to push the subscribe button. Stay tuned with all the stuff I got coming. We finally hit 100 subscribers. We trying to go now to 500. We looking to get to 500 subscribers. We trying to fivefold this thing, baby. Right? So I got a little something I'm trying to work on for my 100 subscribers special. And man, if I see some growth to like 250, I'm like, all right, we on our way to 500. Let's get this 500 subscriber special going. But yeah, I ain't gonna ramble. I ain't gonna talk your head off. I just want to come back to you with another daily discussion. What was on my mind today was no turning back. There ain't no going back. We gotta keep going forward. No matter what we lose in the process, no matter what we have to give up and sacrifice on the way, you know what I mean? Just understand that there's no going back. Gotta keep pushing. Endure hardness as a good soldier. Till next time, guys. Take care. Oh, and before we go, I hope you're waking up every day with a plan and a purpose. Hope. And if you're not waking up with a plan and a purpose, at least you're waking up. Till next time, guys. Take care.